Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. It's a beautiful morning this morning, but it's what, 9:30?
Yeah.
And already 86 degrees?
Yeah.
High of 99 today. We've been out here for a little bit and thought we better get to shooting while it's still so hot.
No, before it gets so hot.
We need to start shooting before it gets blazing hot. The gnats are already out and nasty. They want to be in our mouths, they want to be in our eyes, they want to be in our ears.
It's very annoying. Very.
She's a little irritated. I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to eat them.
Yeah, how do you like that?
You know, I feel like if I embrace them, then they just become my friends and not so much an annoyance.
Let's keep moving.
So we have a lot of you guys that are new subscribers. We also have begun putting all of our videos on Facebook because we have a bunch of people on Facebook that let us know that, hey, we're not on YouTube. Could you please upload to Facebook? So we've gone back. We only have what, 50-ish videos, give or take? We have gone back and we put the first 10 of our videos on Facebook. So if you guys are joining from Facebook, welcome. We appreciate you coming by and we hope you stick around. This is us. This is what we do. We will continue to put more of those old videos on Facebook, but we're gonna go ahead and begin putting our new videos on there too, so that if you just kind of want to skip ahead and see where we are, you're right there with all of our YouTubers. YouTubers, welcome. Hi. Thanks for coming back. Like I said, it's hot today. Yesterday was July 4th. We hope you guys had a wonderful 4th. It was hot. Hopefully nobody got hurt. We were safe. We had a great time with our families. And now it's back to work.
So we realized that a lot has changed since we first began this journey to now. So we decided to go ahead and give you guys a then and now video, just to kind of update you as to where we came from and where we're at now.
Yeah. We mentioned a couple videos ago of our very first video we ever made. It was back in September of 21, and we didn't own the land yet. We just came out, we were planning, and Shannon and I went back and watched it, all of it. Whew, we were different. The land was different.
It wasn't very good.
We were laughing at ourselves. So we're probably not going to show you much of the dialogue. Maybe if there's anything of quality in there. I even had a short beard, and yeah, stress was a totally different stress than what we're going through now. And life was different. But we have since converted from city life, corporate jobs, to country life, working this land. And it has come a long way. So we're gonna roll some of those clips today from that very first video that never made it to YouTube, Facebook, anywhere. And then we're gonna show you what it looks like now. That way, those of you that just joined us recently, you can see where we started and why it looks the way it does now.
What's funny is you can see the swarm of gnats on the camera.
Yeah, no, the gnats are so bad. Hey, spoiler alert, if you plan on going back and watching all the videos and you don't want to know any shortcuts or just getting straight to the point, you might go away now and go start watching them, because we're gonna ruin some things for you if the anticipation is getting to you. We bought this property back in October of 21. It's now July of 22. And we had kind of eyeballed it, scoped it out, and we knew approximately some things about it by talking to the neighbor, and all those conversations are in previous videos. But where we're standing right now, this was untouched for decades. Nobody lived here. The folks that owned it were down in Texas. And all of this right here was nasty grown up. I mean, there was stuff taller than me, and we had nothing but a weed eater at the time. There were blackberries and briars and just massive thorn bushes up here. Shannon and I came out with a push trimmer, loppers, and a weed eater. And eventually added the pole saw so we could reach into those thorns and things, but we did this side by hand. I mean, it was, what was that? That was probably early this year.
That was
that November of last year?
Yeah, I think it was November.
And now I have my bad boy riding mower, my zero turn, and I can mow all of this. And that way we can maintain it, keep it looking beautiful, and I have my little bit of yard back that we lost. We'll get into that in a little bit. All right, you want to talk about over there and who helped us and what happened?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's look at that.
So this whole side, it wasn't quite as tall as the other side of the driveway, but it was just about as tall, and it had tons of sumac, I think it was, little sumac plants, and
we can see the gnats, and I promise you're not going to swat them all away.
So anyway, I showed up one day to check on the electric company because they were supposed to be coming out and doing some things. And when I got here, the neighbors had brush hogged this whole side for us. So that saved us a ton of work because it was a lot. They didn't want to see us break our backs on this side like we did on the other.
Yeah, and now all of this is mowable, and I'm very, very proud of it. It's our curb appeal. It's how we flex. You got to flex the beauty of the property, you know? You put that hard effort in, you want to maintain it, keep it looking great. We recently got a survey. We also learned that's our big white oak over there. I can't tell where I'm pointing when I'm looking in this thing. Somewhere there's a white oak. It's right there from my perspective, but that's ours. Originally, according to the neighbor, that wasn't ours. Again, don't think he was being malicious. It's just been a long time since they've had an official survey or anything, and they didn't have a fence over here to know. We also landed that big one. That's one of our favorites. We only have about 150 favorite trees out here, no big deal. We'll show you all of them. Just kidding. Wouldn't put you through that. So this has been great to have this cleaned up. It obviously had a lot of wildlife, a lot of critters that we still see out here, but now we're kind of containing them a little better by having all this stuff clear. And keeping it cleaner, it keeps most of it away except for all the gnats. Yeah, we're gonna go home not hungry. We're gonna go back to the camper. That's another part of the story. Not hungry because we've eaten so many gnats.
The nice thing about this is now that we have this all cleaned up, it really lets the people around us know somebody has bought this and
stay off it. That's what she's politely trying to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody bought it. We own it. We're working on it.
Somebody bought it and we own it, and we are trying to make progress every day, basically. Yeah.
One other little thing, we tried to take our four-wheeler up that over there. You can see the little opening between the trees. I don't know, can you see that valley right there where the hill?
That's like the beginning for a perfect side-by-side trail. It kind of goes down and then it starts going back up the hill just a little bit right there. That would be pretty perfect for starting a side-by-side trail.
And that didn't go so well the first time, because you get up that hill and there's a bunch of down trees and there's a bunch of living trees and you can't get through it. Since then, we have cut trails. We've cut trails that get us around pretty much the entire property. We can get out to the corners wherever we need to. Well, with a little bit of work, but check this out. Isn't that beautiful? We brought the skid steer through here. Shannon followed me on the four-wheeler so that I made sure I cleared it well enough. Basically, if you go over there, you can get up that hill now, and if you go all the way back, you spit out up there where we've cleared the land. Another huge change on the property.
Yeah, we should go show them that.
Yeah, this is all about then and now. We're just giving you a little bit of perspective, and it was fun for us to go back and see the videos as we're putting them on Facebook and realize how much has changed, because we're out here, we see it, we do it. And when you don't step back, stop and reflect, sometimes you look past it and you forget the effort that you put in the why. And it's just good motivation, I think.
Yeah. Keep
going, keep doing it, and we're loving it, every minute of it.
Yep.
Except for when it's 103 degrees and it feels like 150. You can't get a lot of work done. Hey.
Hey.
Were you able to stand there when we first bought the property?
Not at all. This whole area was very, very grown up, and there were vines all over the trees, and we did a lot of work cleaning this up. We cut down a couple of trees. We've cut down a lot of vines. We spent a lot of time weed eating. Weed eaters kind of become our best tool, though. Yeah, so that was a big project. That really opened up the view and made the driveway a lot easier to maintain and get up and down here. And if you leave those vines for too long and you don't stop them or do something, they will kill the trees that they're in. And we learned the hard way that you got to be careful when you're cutting down trees with vines in them, because they will hold on. They'll hold on to other trees and they will change which way that tree is going to fall. So a lot of lessons learned out here doing this too. Forgot about that. We have had a lot of lessons out here. Yeah. It's been great lessons though. It was actually this guy right here, wasn't it? It was. And he was holding on to a dead branch. He was holding on to a branch up in here. We have so much grapevine and a lot of poison ivy we have recently learned. Yeah. So everything just, it holds on to each other as it's trying to come down. So I cut that tree. As soon as it fell and hit the ground, I stepped away, and I don't think we put this in the video where we cut that one down, but a dead limb fell right about where I was standing when I cut that tree. And I don't know if it would have taken me out for good, but I do know I would not have enjoyed it, and it would have hurt for a while. This hill was so thick in here. There was a dead deer carcass down there, like a skeleton, but it was so thick that we couldn't even see that once spring rolled in. And so we've come up here. I've had the brush cutter out here on the skid steer. We've used a little push trimmer and everything, and finally got this to where I can mow it without hitting too many rocks. Thanks, Dad Snapper. Is that a leg? Probably so. Part of it. That's why we have all those turkey buzzards out here. Yeah, that makes sense. Things come here to die, or get killed, or eaten, or eat. It's fun. Oh, the really fun thing is that I have come to find there are a lot of irises, and we even have some daylilies out here, but they bloom up here and there's really pretty color of purple. Very happy to have that happen.
And she and you have told me I can't kill them. So I get to hit them with the weed eater, the mower, whatever I want. Allegedly, they'll come back.
After they've bloomed.
Yeah. Our latest big project that took a lot of effort, and we had a viewer, Rob, thanks man, and Shannon's dad come and help us with, was getting the well repaired. There was a lot of drama and a lot of back and forth and a lot of lack of communication between 3 different well companies that we had come out and look at this, give us different ideas, different quotes. It's only an 84-foot deep well. You'll have to go check out, I think we have about 3 or 4 videos on all the details about this well and wells like it, and even one where we actually repaired the well. Totally put in a new pump, plumbing, everything. Still got to finish it out a little bit, get the pressure tank and whatnot. But we're trying to make a little bit of progress here and there while we wait for some parts to be delivered. And water, oh man. You're gonna buy land, you're gonna have a homestead, you're gonna have a farm, you're gonna live out in the country. That is the most vital asset on the land. And a brand new well is a very big financial investment, as is power. We were fortunate enough that this already had power on it. So we didn't have to invest very much, just a little bit to upgrade the transformer and the breaker box and move it around a little bit. But those are 2 huge, huge cost savings when you're buying land if you know power and water are available. The other part of that project that we're currently working on is the trenching. Big old trench system that we dug out just last week in preparation of dropping the power lines and the water lines for our consumption and use. Everything net new. If you're joining us from Facebook, you're gonna find out, huge spoiler alert again right here. That's where the house was. I don't think we saved it. What do you think?
We didn't save it.
We got a really good deal. Met some good friends, some people that I've been renting big equipment from that came out, demolished the house, did some other clearing over here. I'll show you
Right here.
in just a moment. Shannon had to pause because she found a place where the gnats apparently can't find her.
No, it's because we were moving.
It's because we were moving. Another spoiler alert. Chicken coop, it gone. Barn, it gone. I know. If you're new to the channel, this is all gonna be a jaw-dropping, shocking moment. I get it. If you've been with us, holy cow, you guys have seen some crazy stuff over the months. This has only been, what, 8 or 9 months we've been doing this, and we have made a ton of progress. I wanna say this is probably my favorite, the biggest difference on all the land, and we take it for granted, but in watching our videos, this is the biggest change.
Yeah.
So over here is the house that we were looking at from the front of the driveway. And right here, this is where it kind of levels out a little bit. It's obviously still uphill, like probably 40 feet over, maybe 50. You know, it rises as tall as I am. I'm eye level with the horizon. One of our favorite trees out here that we can see is that one right there. Look at that. Yes, we still have some burn piles to go through, but that was thick woods, about a couple acres worth, and it is now clear. This is where we plan to rebuild the house someday. Shop over here, house potentially up the hill, and where the house used to be, right over there, that's where our camper's going. Yes, our camper. That's our current home. We don't have our corporate jobs anymore. We don't own our home anymore. The home that we lived in for 10 years. Put it on the market one Friday, closed on it a month later. It was a very huge blessing, and since then I think we've been in the camper every night but one.
Yeah.
Shannon's trying to dodge the gnats. I'm trying to film her. This is not easy. She's running from you guys.
I'm really sorry. The gnats are really getting to me today.
I'm really
it's driving
sorry.
Kyle crazy.
The gnats getting to Shannon are really getting to me today. How am I doing better with this? I'm usually the one that hates the flying bugs. I just know they don't have stingers.
Yeah, I just have a problem when they fly towards my eyes or my nose.
I just embrace it and I listen to them. It's always fun. Oh yeah, we're silly, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned that, but we'd like to have a good time in life. I mean, if you don't make everything that you do enjoyable or fun or pleasurable, like, what's the point in doing it? I don't know. Did you want to keep that gnat for yourself?
I told you.
She squished a gnat on her chin. I thought it'd help her out a little bit. What you doing there?
I'm running like Phoebe.
You think that's her no gnat Phoebe run?
Yeah, I do.
Please tell me you're gonna leave that in the video. You have to.
That's gonna be my new gnat run.
All right, I'll let you have it. Yeah, we're silly. We have fun. I know that annoys some people. If that annoys you, it's who we are. It's what we do.
It's not gonna change.
It ain't gonna change. Yeah, these smiles are authentic. This is the happiest place for us. We're striving as hard as we can to get that camper out here so we can be out here full time. make it a lot easier to start working first thing in the morning, getting our projects done. We don't have to pack up the truck and get all the tools and get out here and figure out what we're doing.
Figure out what we forgot.
Yeah, we forgot some stuff today. That's why it took us a while to get started. But yeah, this is the dream. These are the gnats, and it's coming right along. Let's go over here and show you. Not only have I learned how to drive a skid steer and an excavator, never had done that before. We're going to utilize some of God's creatures to help us maintain some of the brush over there, because we're learning easier, more efficient ways to manage the land than spend money renting equipment or buying, you know, six-figure, we're getting horsefly attack now.
Yeah.
Or buying six-figure, you know, heavy equipment.
Pieces of equipment.
Yeah. So we have some plans for some animals. Let's go take a look at that. By the way, on the back side of where we're going to put the camper, we were able to have the septic found and pumped, and it turns out we don't have to buy a new septic system. That one will work. Well and septic grandfathered in, they don't have to follow the same regulations, but because we're not going to build our house right there, we're just going to put a camper for a little while. It's not a big deal. We can use that septic, we can use that well. The well, it replenishes fairly well. Really well, actually. The water samples tested okay, you know, just normal filtration. That's where that barn was, guys. Boy, that one was a beast. This whole area back here, I don't come back here with the mower yet, as you can tell. I probably will soon. I haven't changed the blades on my anniversary gift bad boy mower yet, and they definitely need to be changed. But before they get changed, I'm running over stuff like this.
There's holes right there, so that's what you have to be careful of.
Yeah, this is where they used to have burn piles and holes when they had the old house and barn out here. This is another huge change that I take for granted. This was actually Shannon's vision to come over here. I had the big 6 or 7 foot brush cutter on the front of that skid steer, and Shannon wanted me to come back here and just start clearing it. And I don't know if we even had footage of that from the original videos.
I don't think we did. It was too thick for us to walk through.
It was way too thick. It's looking beautiful. And over here, right through those trees, that's where we cut one of our trails. That's another trail that goes back, further back toward the back side of the property, cuts across, hits the other property line, comes up, and then it comes out up at the top of that clearing. The other one, the first part that we showed you, it goes in right there, goes through that thick woods over there, comes out at the front of the property. So now we can get all the way around the property on our four-wheeler. It still needs some smoothing out and some cleaning up, some tree cutting and all that stuff, but way better than trying to go through there without that being done.
And we're making progress on that.
Yeah, it's great. This is the beginning of what we call Goatville. If you've been with us, you know exactly what that is. If you're new, we sound silly. I don't care. These are goat panels. How are you doing back there?
I feel like I have to keep moving to keep the bugs away from me.
I can't tell you how distracting it is to try to shoot a video when your wife is back here practicing karate the whole time and getting the gnats out. I normally do, but I guess I'm just getting better at it. I don't know. It's like my wasp in the last video. I just kind of, you know, moved and swatted. This is where we're going to put the goat pen, right up here, and this will keep them close-ish to us in the camper right there. And water. Goat pen right here. It will have an opening for us over there to get in with them, an opening right here that's going to go into Goatville. So we are going to electrify that. We are partnered with Gallagher, and so we've given them the dimensions. We're trying to work with them. Of course, everything takes, you know, 9 years to get delivered these days.
That one went right in the eyeball. Right
in the eyeball. It's those moist orifices. That just sounds terrible. There's a path through there. Just shy of 600-foot perimeter that we're gonna electrify, and we'll let the goats in and out of it. And as they get more acclimated with it, we'll see how much time can they spend out there and probably bring them up at night. If you know Walker Farm Fam, Gary and Cassie Walker and the kids, they have a livestock guardian dog for us that we went out there, we picked the one. Should we tell him his name?
No.
Man. She will not tell you his name, and I really want to do it, but Cassie will send us pictures, and she's using his name, and it's perfect. I don't mean to tease you, I just have to, you know, happy wife, happy life. If I tell you, I'm in trouble.
Yes, you are.
It rhymes with...
No.
It doesn't rhyme with no. All right, that's coming soon. We're gonna get him before too long, and you will meet him We will love him. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome.
You'll get to find out his name.
Oh yeah, that too. So we were just over that direction. That is where the beginning of Goatville is. That's where the goat pen is going to be. This is where the electric fence is gonna come off the edge of the driveway on this side of the well house and enter from here. And then everything you see over here, that's gonna be the goats' playground during the day. That's gonna be what they eat and they help us clear. A lot of you on Facebook even had responded to some of our first videos that you guys watched of the 10 that we put out. And you were like, hey, goats and pigs, you know, that is the plan. And we've learned that from our YouTube subscribers. We've learned that from Chad and my dad and other YouTubers that we've gotten to know. We've built a really good community of other people doing a similar type homesteading experience, mini farm, basically just land management. And from our little homesteading, yeah. It's because we didn't set out to become homesteaders, but the more we've learned, that self-sufficiency is what we've been wanting to go for. And homesteading is basically that, building self-sufficiencies, using your own land to kind of fulfill some of your needs in life instead of relying on big box stores and the rest of the world. And we're loving it. It has been a huge change. We used to live less than a mile from Walmart, less than a mile from Brahms, less than a mile from all these other, I mean, we could get anything, and it was like we lived in the middle of Amazon. We just had to ride, you know, our bicycles or our cars just a couple blocks to get there. A little bit different out here, but this is way better. We are much happier, and we're gonna make the lives of our goats even better. I can't wait. We got a couple of goats. There's a video on that. They're staying over with Mama, getting ready to come off her. I think they're about ready.
They're ready.
Now it's our timing and everything, but we want to be out here before we get the animals. So this will be Goatville. We got the LGD for them. We're gonna start out with a couple of goats, and then we'll see how much we love or hate them and fighting getting them to stay in their fence, but I think they're gonna want to stay here. How could you not? If you were a goat, what better life could you have? So this trail goes in and around and spits back out up there by the pen. We also cut into it from the front of the property, so we got a couple of different points of access in here. It's very easy to manage. We'll be able to take care of the electrical fence, keep the brush out of it. Well, we showed them just about everything.
Yeah.
We haven't even revealed the full trails. We haven't taken you through. We're still kind of working on them. We've got some footage of when we were cutting them. I think we even showed a little bit of it in one video and a little bit on the socials. The transition from city life to country life has been a blast. I mean, our whole attitudes, everybody we encounter in life now, they're just like, man, you guys are just glowing, like you're happy. And I'm like, yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
Being out here in the nature, God's beautiful earth, on property that we own, where we write the rules a bit.
Fresh air.
Fresh air, the animals, it's all coming together. And we've made a lot of progress. And it's only gonna get better once we get out here full time.
Which hopefully will be soon.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna let that be it for today. That was a little bit of then and now. It was just a refresher for us and for a lot of you as to where we started, where we are, and some of our plans moving forward. We appreciate you all coming by. Like, subscribe, follow, share, comment, thumbs up.
All of the things.
All the things. We love and appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
The further we move on from all those yesterdays, happiness gets nearer. The light that we see closing in so fast ahead, it's hope, it's getting clearer. The more I think of all the tough times we survived, the more it makes me smile. If nothing's broken us, yeah, nothing ever will. 'Cause dreams are hard to kill.